This is the Unbreakable Golfers podcast, where we're shining a light on your pain and weakness and how it is affecting your positions, your power, and your performance on the golf course.
How to stop stopping. I'm John Seaton. I've been in golf performance for over a decade, and today I'm going to show you how you can keep yourself committed and stop giving up when you're supposed to. Stick to your targets that you want to get. So, first up, one of the main things that we do inside Unbreakable Golfers is you will set long-term targets. Now, these long-term targets eventually get broken down into a weekly target, and every morning as part of your Unbreakable Front Nines. The Unbreakable Front Nine is 9 things you do every single day across protection, power and performance. And one of those things for power in the mind, is to remind yourself of your targets as soon as you get up. Now, very, very simple. The targets really you need to care about. And if you care about them, then reminding yourself about them every morning isn't really a problem. Now, how you find out if you care about something is actually just from reps. So you would set a long-term target, say 12 months, whatever. And in that 12 months, you need to become a completely different human being to be able to hit that target. So let's say, for instance, you play off, 18. And let's say the lowest you've ever been is 16. And let's say when you play bad, you play off 28. Setting an impossible target, an impossible game 12 months from now, you would have to be, to say you play off single figures or 10. It's such a stretch, it's so far away that you pretty much have to change more than just practice to make it possible. And guess what? Then if you was going to do that, you would add in your mind and body as well as your golf, which is the whole point of Unbreakable Golfers. However, trying to hit a target that is impossible, you need to have some sort of barrier along the way, some sort of benchmark where you can see is if you're moving in the right direction, and you can see what's working and not working. Now, by setting these impossible targets, your brain thinks differently. So if you say you want to lose 2 pounds and you set a target of losing 2 pounds in a year, it's not going to motivate you, it's not going to push you, it's not going to get you to think differently, because you could take a big shit and basically lose 2 pounds if you wanted to. However, if you wanted to lose 2 stone in a year, it makes you think differently. Now, as long as the target that you're moving towards is a target that would benefit you across all areas of your life. So, in setting that, you then would set a 90-day target. So, the first part of that quarter, or the first part of that challenge, the first 90-day part of that challenge, you would set a 90-day target that would put you in momentum and put you on the right path, so that there is a chance that you could hit the 1 year target, the impossible game. Now, this is still a challenge. It's a 90-day challenge. And again, that's what we set up inside Unbreakable Golfers. And I coach you through it, and then you can see where you are. But ultimately, from this 90-day challenge, which is based on your 12-month challenge, you'll eventually break it down so that you're aware of targets that you're checking every day. So if you was to refer to certain books that do this, say for instance the book, I can't remember who wrote it, Start With Why. So basically you're reminding yourself of your why every single morning. You remind yourself of what you got to do every single morning, and then you remind yourself of your targets, what you're doing in the morning. Now, let's say for instance you start down this path and you tell yourself, no, I don't do that. The first thing I do, I get up in the morning, is I check my email. Or the first thing I do up in the morning is I get up and I check one of the social media accounts, whether it's Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. It's the first thing you do. So then basically what you're doing, the first thing you do is you put yourself and your mind in other people's business. So whatever you look at, it's other people's business. Where if you was to focus, and one of the first things you do is check your targets and you tick it off, you're putting yourself in your business. Now let's just imagine you've been asleep for 7 hours. Your brain is processing all the data from the day before, everything you're doing, fears, doubts, worries, goals, dreams, whatever. And then the first thing you do when you wake up, the first thing you look at before you look at any news, any social media, any messages, anything at all, is you remind yourself of your targets. Do you think that's more powerful? I can tell you right now, from my own experience and experience I've given other people, yes. Now, it might not work for you. I've yet to find anyone that's done this and it doesn't work for them. But just setting that target, you're more likely to not stop. You're more likely to not be in a position that you see something else and you change your mind. So if you was to take this to the fitness side of things, you're scrolling Twitter and you see someone showing an exercise for golf and you go, oh, perfect, I'm going to do that exercise, that looks good. And you start doing it. Well, actually, no, before you even start doing it, you tell yourself you're going to do it tomorrow. Then what you do is, because the algorithm, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, they will send you other golfing exercises. And you look at these other golfing, oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'll do that one. Right, okay. Right, yeah, I'll try that. You might even try it when you're standing still. Well, let me just quickly try this so I remember it. You might save it. You might go back to it. But you won't have the consistency of doing it because you don't know why you're doing it. You don't know why that geezer that's showing you the drill and what he's showing it to improve. And you haven't got the information on what you're tracking. Whereas if you was to set long-term targets with a challenge of 90 days, a benchmark of 30, and daily activities that are pushing you towards the whole game, you would look at that drill and go, is that drill benefit what I'm going after? Is that drill fixing what I'm trying to fix? And then you have the ability that you can stop stopping. So if anyone's thinking, well, what if I'm doing the wrong stuff? Well, if you're getting screened and you know what your problems are, then you know what areas you need to fix. Then you should already know what drills you're doing every single day to fix those areas. So, Unbreakable Golfers, I coach you through all this stuff. It's, from top to bottom, all 9 things. Your 12-month games, your 90-day challenge, your weekly targets, held accountable. However, if you want to do this for free and you want to get into momentum, then all you do is you go and do the Golf Mob 6-week free challenge. And in the introductory videos at the start, it tells you how to set up something similar, why you will fail, why you'll succeed, and just remind yourself of those targets each morning. You're already hitting one of your Unbreakable front 9 just by doing that. So, next up, a couple of questions for you. Question 1: whose business do you get in, stick your nose in first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up? Is it Facebook's business? Instagram's business? Messaging of other people's business? Is it the news? Is it fear, doubt and worry? Follow-up question: what could be possible for you in your mind, body and golf if every morning the first business that you got involved in was your own business, and it was the targets that you were setting and the reason why you're setting them? What results could be possible for you in 90 days? Good luck.
For more information on golf performance, by increasing your power, by getting in better positions, by working on your body and mind, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and sign up to the free asset.